Good morning, dear teacher. This is my presentation about the task required for this week. We are going to talk about the assessing reading. Reading assessment are meant to provide feedback on the skills, process, and knowledge resources that represent reading abilities. Reading assessment has a great power in informing researchers, teachers, administrators, and the policymakers. Assessment practice can significantly benefit the learning environment. As we know, the importance of assessing reading has have a main goal. Reading assessment helps educators on a day-to-day basis, knowing a child's specific abilities that allow the teacher to place students in appropriate reading groups and create a centered work. The purpose of the assessing reading is to gather relevant information about the student's performance or progress, or determine student interests to make judgment about their learning process. The first task for assessing reading that I create is this. I choose the class test that was designed and aimed to work on the topic, to fill the blanks with the word that correspond to the task assigned as they read through the passage. It requires students to understand the context and the vocabulary to identify the correct words that belong and in the deleted pages in the text. Diving into the repeated readings allows students to read carefully, to examine the text and draw evidence and the knowledge from them. This is the example that the students that will be using for this activity. This is the test that will be used for the students. This is the worksheet that I have to fill with the missing words, putting a number in there. This is how will look the activity when it's finished by the students. And this is the solution that the teacher has to show the students to give it the correct answers. This is the answers for that activity. For the second task, students in the activity 2, students, this is for students of the 4th or 5th grade. They have to do in this activity is develop a reading comprehension with the strategy of the questioning to help them to engage with the text and clarify why they are reading and better understand the text. Also requires a slow and repeating and a small synthesis that will help with the answers about 4 questions that is in the worksheet that they will be using for this activity. The only thing they have to do is have a reading comprehension and answer some questions in that. Remember that reading working with other techniques where the students can underline with the questions developed is this the way for the students to monitor their own comprehension while they are reading. This is the worksheet that the students will be reviewing, analyzing for the reading comprehension, and those are the questions they have to answer. These are the activities that I will be applying. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day, teacher.